All right, it's finally quiet enough to start filming. We've been walking on the roads, and it's just a lot of road noise. So, hey, it's Eric, all the way from the USA, with a quick stopover in Singapore. Anyways, we're running on 4 hours of sleep, so we're both kind of tired. Don't expect like high energy, but we're just exploring right now.
Yep.
And what are we doing?
We're currently at the quote-unquote famous water market in Colombo, and
We're a bit early, so it's not really active right now.
Not cracking.
But yeah, I guess we'll just keep exploring and show you what's cool, and you won't see what's not cool. So I should say that my goal is to get food. I think Eric's on board with that too. So we got in super late last night, so we haven't eaten in a while. And as adventurous as we are sometimes, we haven't found any food we feel comfortable eating yet. It's all been a bit sketchy. Speaking of sketchy, this boardwalk here is a bit sketchy too. But hopefully we can find some clean-looking restaurants here. I gotta say, first impressions of Sri Lanka are a little disappointing, but it will get better once we get our own Tuk Tuk and explore the country. All right, so I don't know how we ended up back at the hotel. It just happened that way. Oh, we got a rooftop pool. I guess that's what drew us here.
Correct.
We're still on a mission to get food. We had some appetizers, but more importantly, we're trying a local liquor. You want to talk about it?
Sure. So it's called Arak. I have no idea if I'm saying it right, but apparently it is distilled coconut flower sap and then aged in whiskey barrels to give it a complex blah 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 flavor. So
Well, we'll see. We haven't tried it yet.
That's what they say.
Bottoms up, or take a sip. Take a sip. All right, we're back in the city now, and we're in like the tourist area because where our hotel is, it's not a tourist area, which is kind of fun. No, it's all good. We're trying to do something different, but we're still on a hunt for food. We haven't figured that one out yet, so hopefully we can find something reasonably priced. You know, in the tourist areas, it's a bit more expensive, so we're still wandering. All right, so the good news is we had some beers, and I think we're feeling better because the first impressions of Sri Lanka, just in Colombo, the city, I'm not impressed, man. It's actually expensive. That's what's shocking me.
Like U.S. prices or more. Like
yeah.
Some of the things like a bottle of water or whatever is more than you'd have anywhere in like a reasonable part of a city in the U.S.
$4 for a small bottle of water at a restaurant, like that's insane. That's crazy. So it's been hard to find like decent food and drinks. What I've noticed personally is like there's a high spectrum and a low spectrum and nothing in the middle ground. So maybe we haven't been to the right places yet. But anyways, we had some beers, which is nice. We had a little bit of food, which was not the best food. It was okay. Anyways, but we are looking for the next thing to do, and it's the calm before the storm, where I guess we're waiting for the nightlife to start, or just debating what we do. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we go back and grab like a bottle and sit at our hotel and be boring, or if you go and start paying Seattle prices for a meal and cocktails, and like cocktails coming in at like working out to 15 to 20 bucks US.
Yeah, it's a lot more expensive than I expected, and I'm just hoping it's a Colombo thing, not just a whole country thing, but it could be an expensive vacation that was unexpected.
Yeah,
so
very odd.
But anyways,
not what I expected at all.
If we have to pay the high prices, we will, because we're gonna have a good time here. But I'm having a good time with my best buddy. So.
Yeah, Justin.
All right, quick update from last night, because we didn't film much. We were both really disappointed in Colombo, just price-wise, and even like the touristic areas were not very interesting, so we didn't really do a lot. To be honest, we actually went back to the hotel and had dinner there at the hotel restaurant, which we don't normally do, but it was actually really good food, so we're happy we did that. So it was kind of a chill night. So today was a lot more interesting. This morning started with a Tuk Tuk being dropped off at our hotel because Eric's renting one for the time that we're here. So we found a great company, or should I say Eric found a great company that has fantastic service. I'll link to it maybe if I have the time. But they dropped off the Tuk Tuk. They gave Eric a quick training course on how to drive it because the driving is a bit goofy. Maybe Eric will tell you about how to operate it. And from there, we basically got out of Colombo and and we got on the road here. So Eric, what about the Tuk Tuk?
Well, it is weird. It's like driving a motorcycle, but instead of shifting with your feet, you actually have to pull in the clutch and rotate the, I guess it would be your left hand grip, and that's down one for first, up for second, third, fourth. Just really odd experience. And then it feels like you're on a bike, but you look in your mirrors and you still got this thing sticking out the sides. Very odd. But it was a very cool experience.
So yeah, so we drove out here, and the drive, it was a long drive, 4.5 hours or something. But fun, exciting, sketchy. And now we're in Dambulla, and we just checked into an awesome hotel. You can see the pool behind me. So we're here for 2 nights, and there's a couple big tourist activities to do in the nearby area. So that's what we're here for. And we're just gonna have a couple beers, and then, I don't know, the adventure continues. We'll go explore the town. All right, we've walked through all of Dambulla, and there's nothing to see in this city. We found one restaurant that might be worth going to tonight. So between Colombo and Dambulla, we're very disappointed in the cities. I think you come here, you go to your tourist site, and you stay at your hotel, and you eat at your hotel restaurant and hang out by your hotel pool. Maybe it'll change later when we get more touristic cities, but so far we've been disappointed. Well, I'm in the Tuk Tuk, just arriving at the first tourist attraction of this trip, but my driver's kind of an idiot, and he took us to the wrong rock.
Well, this has no Tuk Tuk over there, so how the hell do we get...
All right, so I guess this is where the real vlogging begins, because we're actually starting with some interesting activities rather than just walking around shitty cities. So we're at Sigiriya Rock Fortress, which is probably one of the most iconic sites here, so let's just go check it out.
That's a big fucking...
So here's the thing, it's not incredibly hard to get up here, but it's hot as hell, so that makes it more difficult. And the stairs are crowded, which is annoying. I don't know how the dogs got up here exactly, but it takes some time just because people are slow getting up the stairs, which is kind of nice, so you don't have to go at a fast pace. But when you get to the top here, it's very Machu Picchu-esque. I don't know much of the history about it, but it's pretty cool.
They're passing bricks along. Where do we go here? Trunked us.
Well, we're pretty hot and sweaty, but not far from our hotel is this cave temple, so we're gonna do that before we head back. It's one of the big sites in Dambulla, so we have to check it out. And then probably gonna be the last thing we do that's touristic in this area before we move on.
Hello.
All right, we made it up the steep steps that I didn't expect we had to get up, but they're a bit strict with the dress code here, so we had to get ourselves some little dresses, but looking fashionable. And it's definitely hot out, so it feels good to go in the caves. No, you're good.
I was gonna take a picture of that.
Well, I've been to many, many Buddhist temples in my travels, and this one it's cool because I like caves, but I don't know, maybe it's just the heat. I'm kind of worn out. But I will say, the geology of Sri Lanka is very cool. Like, I think there's a lot of caves that we haven't been to and might not be able to go to on our trip, but like, you know, the big rock thing that we just came from, there's a lot of big mounds like that sticking up, small mountains and hills, so the geology of the area is pretty cool.
Figure it out. Yeah. Oh, they still got there's great things inside.
Creepy bastards.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're just walking back to the hotel with our final night in Dambulla, and it will be nice to get out of this place. 2 nights here was 2 nights too many. Really not much of a city here. Say if you're unlucky enough to be stuck here like we were, just stick to the hotels, hotel restaurants, hotel bars. But anyways, we did have a really good dinner tonight at one of the few restaurants we found in the city, and then went to some other hotel's bar just for a couple drinks. So Dambulla is not highly recommended.